What's up YouTube? Leon here, and today I'm going to be playing some Resident Evil 4, but Resident Evil 4 with the big HD mod thing. The guys at re4hd.com or .net, forget which one it is, they finally released a build that has the majority of fixes that they were doing. So, a second, I'm just pouring some soda real quick. It's hot over here. It's ridiculous, and it's really tough to actually record when it's in the middle of the summer. But this is the big thing for the summer that I wanted to play, and they released it on Friday, the 13th of July. I just noticed that it's Friday the 13th. So yeah, this is the big HD pack. If you don't know what it is, it's a big overhaul that Capcom should have done for Resident Evil 4, but didn't. And we're gonna play on professional.
Was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains. Soon after,
I don't think we need to watch this, do we? I'm just gonna skip it because we know story, and what we're here for is to look at the amazing new textures that the modders have put in. And so far, if you just kind of look at the game, you don't really notice too much, but when you actually look at the textures up close, you start seeing some crazy stuff. It's starting to look crazy good. The things that are missing so far are NPCs and playable characters aren't in HD just yet. And man, playing RE4 again for like the 100th time, and I'm excited. Do we kill a bird? Is it worth killing bird? Spinal. Fine. Man, I love this game. This is my favorite Resident Evil game. And it's not, it's not scary at all. Of course it's not scary, but it's my favorite in terms of gameplay. Let's get on with it. Resident Evil 4 HD, like the version we should have got. And like, I think it's like two dudes took their time, like whenever free time they had out of when did this version come out? Like 4 years ago. For 4 years they were working on this HD texture pack, and it's still not done. They're still working on it, and this isn't the final version of this game. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'm uploading videos. I might be uploading them weird because I'm playing two games at the same time right now. But I'm just really lazy in terms of editing. I have a lot of other stuff to do. Recording's easy,
sir,
but trying to like make a video out of them, it's pretty tough.
I was wondering if you might recognize a girl in this photograph.
Lárgate, cabrón.
Sorry to have bothered you.
Do I not have subtitles on? Aw, man. Trying to kill me, dude.
Freeze. I said freeze.
I love this game. That's reload. Damn it. How do I shoot? Okay. This is gonna be weird. It's been so long since I played this game. I have to remember how to play. It's okay. I'm gonna get it. I beat this game on professional like a few times. I'll get it eventually. Okay, left. Shit's going down. True Resident Evil fashion. Shit. Okay, we know what's going on. We're being attacked by everything in the universe, but subtitles? Did I not put on subtitles? I guess there's no subtitles in the cutscenes. I want to look at everything for the HD stuff too. I'm pretty sure that's HD. I can't tell yet. But everything's a lot more clearer. Not necessarily cleaner, which is a good thing. It's just a lot more clear. Let's jump out the window. Oh yeah! Let's kick this guy. Ugh. This guy. Ugh. That guy should be dead, yeah. Alright. You get on my face. Yeah, I'm also playing with a controller. I usually play a lot of shooters with a mouse and keyboard, but this game, the mouse and keyboard controls are terrible. It has like this really weird mouse aiming to it. It's just horrible. And Resident Evil 4. What can I talk about Resident Evil? My history with the franchise. Did I save? Let's save just in case. You'd see all my clear games here. I only beat it once on professional in on the PC version. Just trying to get used to where all the controls are. Resident Evil 4 was always just weird about controls. Is that a grenade? Yes, it is. Yeah, check out all the... We have to check out all the cool HD stuff that the modders put in. Couldn't save the dog. As you can see, the dog is not in HD. He'll be in HD eventually. Like very dedicated modders. Not only that, if you've been following the modding for RE4 at all, they not only did textures but also modeling. A lot of the smaller details in the modeling have been fixed. Lighting has been fixed. There's just a ton of stuff. Hopefully we'll see the majority of it. I'm not sure how much is in this version. I just downloaded it because it was a public release this time. Knife this guy. Traditional RE4 cheese mechanics. You don't want to waste ammo? Just use one bullet and you get a kill. Yeah, my history with RE4, I actually played RE1 on the PS1 and never beat it. Because when I had it on the PlayStation 1, I was scared to death of it. I didn't want to play it because it was too scary. Is there a guy in here? It was too scary for me. These guys are super weak because of the starter enemies. Also, if you don't know, this game has dynamic difficulty scaling, so the better you do, the harder the game gets. The more you die or mess up, the easier the game gets. So. It's going to be inevitable for me to die. I'm not, the best RE4 player around, but I just really like this game. Un forastero! Hey, you go home. Secret guy right there. The secret guy that I can shoot in the face. I think this is the Resident Evil where Shinji Mikami was the director. It was like his first time. I don't know if it was actually his first time. Nah, I don't know the facts, but this door looks pretty amazing. This is the HD door. I remember it being way less detailed than this. But yeah, I think Shinji Mikami was the director of this one. I don't remember if he did any of like 1 through 3. This has Shinji Mikami's fingerprints all over it. Just the way he does game design. get to look at some things up close. Not at first glance, like if you haven't played RE4 in a long time, you probably wouldn't think differently of it. But I'm pretty sure if you boot up even the ultimate HD version of this, it's not gonna look as good. Here we are at the village, the very famous village. It's pretty much a training room, but times 1,000. You're gonna get wrecked in this training room. I should run for the yellow herb as well. Oi! No, it's okay. I'm gonna get the herb. It's okay. Gotta be back here, right? Is this it? There it is. Don't hit me. No, take it. It's getting real hot now. How do I... Nope. I'm slowly remembering how to play this game, okay? Leave me alone. Okay, turn around. Stop it. Alright, we gotta see the... We gotta see the cool stuff, right? So, I'm gonna go into the room. You can actually do this part without going and getting the shotgun. And you get to avoid the fight with Salvador.
Who are these people?
But if you go in here, you have to fight Salvador. This is the thing you have to do.
Planning. Chainsaw.
Also, one thing after playing, not playing Resident Evil 4 in a long time, is the FOV of this game is really tiny. Very tiny FOV. And I think when I was playing the HD version for the first time, I got like headaches because the FOV is so tiny. Shotgun. Whoa! Hey, get out of the way! What? Where'd they go? Nope. Reload. Oh. Oh yeah, quick time events in this game. You got nothing on me. No, get off me. Why is the damage so high? Oh, you lady. It's hot. It's getting real hot. Not playing Resident Evil 4 in a while is pretty fun actually. Not being able to remember everything. It's not necessarily a new experience. I know what to expect, but it's just fun playing this game again after a while. Ash. To push this off. You didn't need any of your stuff, man. Ooh, they're stronger than I thought. Look at these guys, they're the same dude. They're exactly the same dude. Can you not throw stuff, lady? You're pissed. Throw more shit. Lord Sadler. My weapons. Oh, yeah. Get off me! Okay, yeah, let's not mess with that guy. Ooh, got me. I mean, it is super unrealistic that he doesn't die in a few shots, but it just makes it scarier, I think. Or makes it more intense that he can't die in a few minutes. Okay, maybe I should heal. I'm rusty, okay? And I don't really play shooting games on the controller that often. Okay, he finally died. Dude, they're all over the place. They're so aggressive, man. Professional is for pros only. Jesus, from that distance? They don't like me. It's gotta be an egg. Can I combine from here? You can't cheat the system and reload outside. There you go. I should have watched that part, but still have that adrenaline rush from the fight. Alright, so we finally beat it. Took me a second try, and I used up 2 healing items on that fight, which is not great. Time to salvage anything we can. And in the meantime, I can also, again, talk about how much I've actually played Resident Evil. Yeah, Resident Evil 1. Played it, but never beat it, too scared. Resident Evil 2, my uncle had it, and I watched him play it. I don't think I watched him beat it, I just watched him play a little bit of it. But, I remember it was just weird, because all I saw was the police station the whole time. That's all I saw of it. And we're getting a remake of that, and I think eventually I'll do a playthrough, a blind playthrough of that game. Because I do want to check out why people think that's their favorite. To see if it lives up to the hype. Resident Evil 3, I've never played it, or never even really seen too much of it. Besides the few videos I've seen, I think I've seen the trailer of it. But I haven't seen that much of Resident Evil 3. I know it's a really interesting game, and at the time, I'm guessing people were just tired of this formula, so 3 didn't receive that much praise. Actually got a lot more negative press, I think. Then of course 4 came out, and when 4 came out, I never owned a GameCube before, but my friend had it. I think I borrowed that from him. I borrowed his GameCube from him, and I played it through that. And I'm trying to remember if I beat it on the GameCube. The first time I've ever owned Resident Evil 4 was on the Wii. I actually owned the Wii version. Knife this. Owned the Wii version. And look at this. This texture is really nice. Like, any textures you would think would be muddy are way cleaner now. This mod is doing work. Even the doors especially look really nice. And you can kind of tell that there's an HD pack on because of the gun. Especially the shotgun. It's so low res, and this is in the ultimate HD version of Resident Evil 4. Come on, look at this compared to the ground. Really awesome. Wonder, wait, if you kill the chickens, do they give you an egg? Guarantee? No, okay. It's not guaranteed that I get an egg from a chicken. I think it's a chance to get an egg if you scare them. I think that's how it goes. Everything just looks way clearer with this pack on. Cool. I'm gonna save just in case I die. Yeah, for me, I'm already kind of getting like a small, like dizzy a little bit because of the FOV, and this FOV is not fun. But it's just the thing I'll get used to because I like the game so much. Like, I'll get used to it because I like it. Whoa, headshot, get wrecked. Oh my. This dude, unsuspecting. Yeah. Now I feel like an asshole. Talk about atmosphere though, this game has it. Dripping with atmosphere type of games. Go ahead and get these medallions too. We get a free gun. We get all the medallions. Fuck. Wait. Can I redo that? Yeah, this game was revolutionary when it came out. It was ridiculously praised, and I gotta say, I'm one of those people who really enjoyed it. And I didn't really appreciate it until I played the Wii version. That was when I truly knew how good Resident Evil 4 was. And it's weird to think that today there are people who probably won't see eye to eye with you. Like a lot of newer gamers are like, why do people think Resident Evil 4 is so good? Like, how come you can't move and shoot at the same time? It doesn't make any sense. When every other game does it, yet this game gets all the praise. And I used to be like that too. Back then, I didn't get into Resident Evil because you couldn't move and shoot at the same time. I always thought that was like a stupid decision. How come you can't move and shoot? Stupid. And you know, now that I'm older and actually took the time to play the games, I can see how good it is. Yeah. Even tank controls nowadays, I love tank controls, especially if done correctly. There's a guy throwing shot. Oh, he threw it through the thing for me about good games, or games I really enjoy, are just the ones where the developers took the time to really balance their games. They balance their games in a way that makes sense. And not just because they did it because everyone else is doing it. I guess that's one of the reasons why I really like Capcom as a developer, even though the decision making recently has been terrible. It's not necessarily the decisions that are terrible, it's just how they execute those decisions. Especially with like Resident Evil, or with Street Fighter 5. Just the way... I like the idea of DLC that you can earn, but I just don't like how they did it. Like, you have to grind for hours just to get a character. And not only that, with Arcade Edition, they made it like even more ridiculous to get a new character. But yeah, recently for Capcom, I think they're really trying to come back and try to redeem themselves as a trustworthy developer, I guess. With the new Resident Evil 2 remake and Monster Hunter, the way they handled Monster Hunter is pretty awesome. I would talk more about Monster Hunter, but the PC version is coming pretty much very soon. So, you know, I'll talk about Monster Hunter when I play it. But in the meantime, since we're playing Resident Evil, let's talk more Resident Evil. Or survival horror in general. So, the Wii version of Resident Evil 4 was the game that I really like fell in love with this game specifically. And then with 5 and 6, 5 I bought because all my friends bought it, but I actually played it by myself. Even though that was mainly a co-op game, it's still a fun game, I think. And I actually played it recently, maybe like a year and a half ago. And I do remember having fun, but I was playing with a friend during that time. Playing that game alone is just not that fun. The one thing I'll give Resident Evil 5 for sure is the graphics. The graphics in that game still hold up today and they're fantastic. I think that game looks great. But Resident Evil 6 is a whole different kind of thing. Let me do this quick time event real quick. Was it X? Oh, press an X! Dodge! Okay. I'm trying to think if that quick time event changes at the end. Like they tell you to press 2 different buttons. Yeah, look at these dudes. Yeah, Rick. Yeah. Is there treasure here? Oh yeah. Too lazy to check. So Resident Evil 6, you pretty much can just say that it's the worst Resident Evil game, and I can understand that. But I think I played that game so much to a point where I kind of enjoy it, unironically, just because of all the different ideas Capcom was trying to do with it. It's not a good Resident Evil, and I probably isn't that even great of a normal game. Jesus, whatever. Whoa. Wait, what's going on? Is there another dude who's throwing dynamite? Yeah, the dick. You asshole. I'm trying to shoot the grenade on his back. There's something about Resident Evil 6, in terms of controlling it, that's really fun. I think it's a fun game to just play around in. The ability to like dodge in any direction or duck, crawl on the floor. It felt clunky at first, but then when you got used to the controls, it was really fun to mess around with. But everything else was pretty terrible. The ideas, again, were really good ideas. Having 4 different campaigns with those 4 different characters. That's an awesome idea. But the way they executed it was kind of whatever. I could pretty much rate the games or the campaigns where Leon's campaign was probably the best one. Then Ada's. Then Jake's. And then Chris's, which is probably by far the worst one out of all the campaigns. I think the best thing about Resident Evil 6 was the mercenaries. Mercenaries in that game was probably the best version of it. It's so fun. A lot of fun to play. And I think I spent most of my time in that game in Mercenaries. Put a lot of hours in it. And I actually bought Resident Evil 6 twice. Once on the console. I didn't buy it for full price. I waited because I did hear about all this bad stuff about it. And me and my friend just wanted to play it. We just wanted to try it out to see how it was. And we both knew it was really dumb. There's a lot of dumb things about it, but we still had fun. Not as much fun as like Resident Evil 5, but still had fun with the game. While I wouldn't say to go out and buy Resident Evil 6, if you're curious and you enjoyed like the co-op experience of 5, I think give it a try. But if you didn't like 5, and maybe even 4, if you're one of the few people who just didn't like 4, you probably wouldn't like 6. I do some early inventory management. What the heck? You can flip it backwards, the thing? Okay, there you go. Just trying to figure that out. I think this game just has the right amount of cheese. It's like, it's kind of serious, but also cheesy. I love the balance here. Let's save again. I don't need to save again, but I can save again because I know there's a quick time event that comes up. Oh yeah, not to mention the main character's name is my name. That's kind of weird, right? That can't have any bias towards, you know, the game and me liking the game as much as I do. Let's just do the quick time event. X and A. Right, we're coming up on another pretty difficult section of the game. This part's actually pretty hard. Oh, we got our friend, the shop friend. Now, should I get the rifle or should I wait? Because I know I'm gonna get the TMP for sure. Red 9's kind of broken, right? Should I go with the handgun or the event handgun? You know, I really like the normal handgun, so I'm just gonna stick with this one. It's good enough. See you later, guy. And just in case I die, let me save one more time. I like saving a lot in this game. You'll always see on my saves like almost 50 saves before even beating the game. Cause I just like not losing progress. It's like not losing. Stop right there. Stop. See you later. The guy's just throwing stuff at me from over there. Ooh, that was too close. I like hanging out here. It just... because it's a really good choke point. The cool part about the combat in this game, it's all about like positioning, really. You just want to make sure you're situated in a good spot, and you just kind of hold it. It's nothing fancy. Yeah, that's what I kind of like about it. It's not really like a reactionary game, it's just like you go to an area where you think is safe, and you hold down. I think they have the Left 4 Dead 4 or Left 4 Dead 2 thing. Yeah, so you can kind of know exactly where you're shooting. Shoot through the door. I think there's a guy behind me. No? No guy behind me. I like how they make the music so intense even though there's not really much happening. It's more like a thinking man's action game, I feel like. You just kind of... They give you so much time to think about what you can do before dispatching any enemies. Knife this guy. You can take your time and relax. Maybe those guys just keep spawning. I'm out of here. Go somewhere else. Oh. Ow, that sucked. Heal. Oh my god. Why does grenades do so much damage? Oh, am I dead? That's what I get for not like getting out of there as soon as possible. This is always a weird thing for me. I think I was stuck when I've played this for the first time. I was stuck at this door because I didn't know you had to combine those two pieces. But man, look how good this door looks though. Those modders, man. It's too good. Looks too good for this game. Get my shotgun out. Teach these guys a lesson. This guy's still alive? Teach those guys a lesson. I know how to play Resident Evil 4. Duck. And I think I can just kill them if they... There you go, I think I got him. I get them all. Watch out for bear traps as well. I think one thing in this game is that the ammo, there's so much ammo you can get in this game. There are very few times in this game where you're like, man, I need some ammo. But we'll see. I probably will use up too much ammo eventually. Wait, did I miss a piece of the... this thing? Felt like I missed a piece already for the elegant mask. But whatever. I'm not the master treasure hunter. I guess I'll talk about my first experience with the Resident Evil remake. I actually never got to play RE remake until the PC version, until the re-released version of it. I remember trying to play it on an emulator before the game was released, before they even announced the re-release of RE remake. Yeah, one of my friends was a big RE fan. He had the GunCon one. I forget what it was. Was it Deadeye? Resident Evil Deadeye or something like that. And when he showed me that game, I thought it was one of the coolest games ever. And I found out nowadays that it wasn't that great. Like the light gun Resident Evil games were pretty terrible. Not the PS1 one, not like Resident Evil Survivor, but Resident Evil Deadeye. I think Dead Aim. I think is the name. Evil Dead Aim. I just remember thinking that was really cool. There's like an area where there's just a bunch of birds, and you just throw like a flashbang. I think that's later. A little bit later on. We go with the trick again. If you want the clean pendant, shoot that, and then shoot the pendant itself. For the really clean pendant. I love how the FOV changes depending on like where you are in the level. So the FOV here is like comes out, it zooms out a little bit, but in very enclosed spaces, it's like right up on Leon's shoulder. It's just more of like a cinematic feel, and that's very much a Shinji Mikami choice. Like, he did that. Do I know the trick to this? You activate it in like 2. Grab all the things. A little bit reminiscent of like classic Resident Evil, just because you can open up drawers and stuff. And I think once I go through this door, it's the end of the chapter, and probably take a break there. Man, I love Resident Evil 4. And I probably, if I really wanted to, beat it in like one sitting. It's good to take your time, especially with the games you like, I think. If you really enjoy a game, I think taking breaks and kind of absorbing what you played is a lot. Like it gives you a lot of time to appreciate it. But there are times where you can't even stop playing it because you enjoy it so much. Yeah.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider.
Outsider.
Remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
Yeah, whatever. Right. It's a good place to stop for now. So far, man, this mod is really cool. I'm really liking the new stuff.